Being able to execute a plan is an underrated skill. It's easy to make a plan. Anyone can do it. But sticking to it, making something out of nothing, watching that thing manifest in front of your face, now that ain't easy. But it's okay because I still have faith in my guy, Akim Williams, that he'll execute his plan to be his all-time best 16 weeks from now on the Olympia stage. Over the weekend, Akim announced that he and his team were ironing out the last few details of their Olympia run, where I think he has a shot to be a legitimate top 10 contender this year. Akim was awesome in New York, and he was probably close to his best, but I still think that he has more in the tank, and he's got 16 more weeks to get it all out. At some point in life, I feel like everyone gets a training partner who is just absolutely insanely gorilla strong. Well, for someone, Joel Thomas is that dude, and he was in rare form today. In celebration of International Chest Day, Joel released some chest training clips where we see him doing crazy Ronnie Coleman-like stuff, repping 405 for 15 and cranking out reps with 200-pound dumbbells. On top of all that, Joel's conditioning has been looking pretty sharp lately, which might mean that he's thinking about jumping on stage again sometime this summer. So I'd be on the lookout for a 260-pound vanilla gorilla to be tearing up a stage somewhere in South Florida at some point before the end of the summer. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the saying, thicker than a Snickers, but if you want a visual depiction of what that looks like, look no further than classic physique superstar Terrance Ruffin. Despite trying to be the best to keep a low profile for the most of the season, I guess Rough Diesel couldn't hold back the urge to post some recent progress photos, where we see the three-time Olympian looking as thick as he's ever been. To his credit, Ruff is a guy who never takes shortcuts from a conditioning standpoint, and it's too early to say if bigger is better for Terrance, but I can say that better is always better. So if the best Rough Diesel of all time shows up in Las Vegas, it seems like it would be a mission accomplished to me. In boxing, they like to say that good fighters download their information before they turn around and bring the pain right to their doorstep. Well, I don't know what the hell kind of operating system that Rafael Brandao is working with down there, but I'm pretty sure that this dude is stockpiling information wherever he's camped out down there in Brazil. Even though it's been fellow Brazilian Eduardo Correa who's been getting all the love for the last 2 weeks, I don't think we should forget about how incredible Raf has been from day one this year. And it's certainly one of the more underrated storylines of the season. But this story still needs an ending, and I'm hoping that he's saving the best for last, because that would be one hell of a final chapter. You know what great fighters and great bodybuilders all have in common? They understand that they aren't just great athletes, they're showmen. And Brandon Hendrickson definitely falls right into that mold. 2 weeks ago, the reigning men's physique Olympia champ took his talents to the other side of the Pacific, where he was the featured guest poser in an event out in Japan. Luckily for them, the champ gave everyone in the building their money's worth when he went out and did some crowd work, and really did an awesome job of bringing some excitement to the whole venue. So if he wants to keep making this sort of thing a regular occurrence, now would be the time to buckle down, because I have a feeling the competition for the title is going to be as fierce as ever this year. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.